Hi, chums. Right, got something to show you here. Are you all ready now? I'm assuming you're all sitting down. Yay! We have lights. And we have power. Now I'm going to have to do this nice and slowly for you so you can see just what a beautiful job this is. Right, so there's a trunking, right? There's a trunking going right round and down there and across here and up there and right round the whole part there. The trunking means that we can open this up at any time we want. Let's go down there and show you that bit and come back round again and round to here, and then we come in here and up there. Now I'm going to show you something here. Here's the consumer unit here, and as you can see, I'm going to lift this up high. You can't see any wires going into the consumer unit from any part of it. There's a wire going across the back there. That's to serve as a plug, and the reason for that is because the guy who did the electrics brought the feed in here, and he broke into the conduit there, and he brought the feed to the consumer unit along here, cut a hole in the back here, and fed the wires through to the cut a hole there and fed the wires through to the consumer unit, so there's no bare wires. Isn't that a beautiful, tidy job? This is I think it's a work of art, you know. So then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plugs plus a dedicated one for the 3-phase for the lathe. Well, this is bringing single phase in to convert to 3-phase, but it's on a 30 amp feed, so we want to keep that a wee bit separate, you know, just to keep everything right. And there's a separate RCB for that as well. Plus, in the other shed, there's another breaker for it in the other shed. Plus, there's a breaker up on the main board, so if anything goes wrong, it'll be got immediately, you know. There was a gift from the electrician who gave me this. It's a 4-way box. That's just, you're obviously designed to pull down, but we've just hung in one position. It means you can plug in the middle of the room if you need to, which will be very handy because I'll come back over here. The lathe's going here, so that'll be at the end of the lathe. So if I'm wanting to plug in a power tool of some sort, it'll be up, the leads will be up off the ground. It'll be very handy, you know. So I was pleased with that. Now, for the moment, we've put one light switch there because all I need to do is walk over here and put the light switch on. We were going to put another one over here. Then we thought, is there any point? But then we were thinking about it, and we might put another one. Take a feed out here and put one down there. We're not too sure, but I don't really need 2 light switches. It can be done. It's very easy done. But for the sake of this, we thought, sure, just do the one and see how we get on. And excuse me, if we need any more, we can do that. But it's a beautiful job, isn't it? Now, we had a little problem over here, remember? No water, because since the guys built that wee dam with the silicone type stuff in the cement, there's no water to get in. There was some water got in the door, but then we discovered what was wrong with the door. Down here, there were 3 holes in there to allow water out. But, I'll go to this side. But there was no hole on this side for the water to get out. So it was building up in that there and then falling in the door. I'll get a new seal here. But this door came without the bottom part of the frame. It's just what you see there. So what we think was, this was in a housing executive property or public housing property. And what we think is, there's no wear in the door, like no weathering on the door. It's only 2 months old anyway. But we think it was put inside a building on a concrete floor, so it just needed to be set into the floor, and there was no need for drainage because it was actually inside a building, on an apartment or something. So so that's why there were no drain holes in it. But this is how you discover these things when things go wrong. So everything's working out great. The place is drying out really well. As the guys were drilling the holes here, the concrete was coming out like dust, so it's very dry. So I'm not going to paint it yet. I'll wait for about maybe a year before I paint it. But the main thing now is to get this floor dry so that we can do that part there. But isn't it looking great? I'm really, really pleased with it. It's a first-class job. And compared to in there, I'll just give you a wee swing round and let you see it all as one go. So I'm very, very happy. There's going to be a workbench here. The extractor's going over there. There's a lathe going there, and there's a lathe coming here, and that leaves me down that wall and across to there, and the back of the lathe and up here free. Will be a workbench here. So it's going to make a huge difference. I'm not putting up shelves or anything yet. I don't want to start putting shelves up, because what happens with shelves is the more you put up, the more stuff you collect, and crap just builds up. And if you ever want to see what happens when crap builds up, just take a wee look in here. Now, obviously a lot of stuff moved to make way for work here, but isn't that a bloody disgrace? Like, there's things there. Look there, we've seen, I'm going to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 tools I've never even taken out of their packets yet. Had to have them. I'd better buy those. Had to have them. I've never even taken them out of their packets. So, I need my backside well kicked, I can tell you that. So there we are. That's where we are, folks. And it's Christmas Eve. And we're all getting ready for the big day and all the rest of it. So, you like my hat? That's my make sure I don't get knocked down in the garden by a bulldozer hat. And since I've been wearing this, not one bulldozer has hit me in the garden, so it's working. It's all mental out there. We're all ready for Christmas now. My son's home, and he hasn't been off my back since he got into the car at the airport. Even before that, as soon as I met him, he had started torturing me. And it's relentless. You know, I'm saying to him, when are you going home? When are you going home? So now he's decided to maybe change his flight, and then he just say to me, we need to go to the airport now. You know, I don't know where he gets that warped, weird sense of humour from. But his mother, it's all the bad stuff comes from his mother. That's what's happened. But anyway, however you celebrate this season, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Maybe I should wish you a Happy Saturnalia, because that's basically the basis for all the events around this year. Because Saturnalia, when Saturn appeared in the sky at the shortest day, it meant that the nights are changing, and people had a big feast around this time of year to use up food that they were scared of going bad. And then it was a celebration of getting through the long nights, and the nights were starting to get lighter again. So that's why the big feast was at Saturnalia. And then the churches and stuff jumped onto that, because that was a handy time to have celebrations, because people were used to doing it then. So it just kind of renamed and re-tagged things, you know. So that's it. So I hope whatever you're doing and however you celebrate this time of year, I hope that everything goes exactly the way you want it and you have a really good time. And I also hope that 2017 is kind to you all. So all that remains to say is Nollag chana Jeev agus Ablin Fuwisha. All the best. Bye bye.